Samsung just did something we didn't see coming. They completely flipped the Galaxy S lineup. The standard Galaxy S, gone. The Plus model, gone. Now, the smallest, most affordable flagship in the lineup is called the Galaxy S26 Pro, and that's just the start. The Edge is slimmer, but somehow packs a bigger battery, and the Ultra is growing in size, but not the way you think. It feels like Samsung is quietly rewriting the entire flagship playbook, and the details we've just learned make things a lot more exciting than they looked at first. Welcome back, viewers. Sam here! If you're into these deep dive updates, make sure to hit like, share this video with your friends, and subscribe so you never miss the next big leak. Okay, let's unpack everything step by step. So first, the Galaxy S26 Pro, the new entry-level phone in the series. This isn't just a lazy name change. Samsung gave it a 300 mAh battery, which might sound like a small upgrade over the S25's 4000 mAh, but here's why it matters. No standard Galaxy S has ever crossed the 4000 mAh mark before. For years, Samsung played it safe with battery sizes on the smallest flagship, and finally they're giving us something that should actually last longer than just a day of average use. And that's not the only change. The S26 Pro's design has been tweaked to be slightly taller and thinner, and we're hearing it might finally support Qi2 magnetic charging, which could be Samsung's first real step toward a MagSafe-like ecosystem. Imagine snapping on accessories like a charger, wallet, or even a battery pack, iPhone style. But on a Galaxy, that's a pretty big quality of life upgrade for something that's supposed to be the basic model. But here's the catch. The cameras. The S26 Pro's main camera is expected to jump to a new 50MP sensor, which is great, but Samsung is rumored to still be keeping the same old telephoto setup we've seen for years. That's where things feel a bit underwhelming for a phone carrying the Pro name. If they added an upgraded Ultra, wide like the Edge is getting, it would make this model far more competitive with the iPhone 17 Pro and Pixel 10 Pro, which have camera setups almost identical to their bigger siblings. So the question is, will Samsung make that move before launch? Let's put a pin in that and talk about the Edge, because this is where Samsung's engineering really starts flexing. The Galaxy S26 Edge is somehow getting slimmer than the S25 Edge, but still jumping to a 200 mAh battery. And if you think that's just a small number, consider this: Apple's iPhone 17 Air, which is about the same size and thickness, only packs a 900 mAh battery. That's 45% smaller. Somehow Samsung is giving you nearly half again as much capacity, plus a dual camera setup in a slimmer phone. And there's more. Rumors suggest the Edge might even go as high as 400 mAh if Samsung decides to push the envelope. That would make it one of the most battery-efficient slim flagships on the market. On top of that, the Edge is getting a new ultra-wide camera, which should mean better group shots, more detail in landscapes, and better low-light performance, something last year's model struggled with. But now, let's get to the real powerhouse, the Galaxy S26 Ultra. Ice Universe, one of the most reliable leakers out there, says the Ultra is growing slightly taller and wider, but only by a few millimeters. At first, that sounds boring. Who cares about a few millimeters, right? But here's the plot twist. This could mean Samsung is finally slimming down the bezels even further, giving you a bigger display without making the phone feel massive in your hand. Even more interesting, the Ultra is rumored to be getting not one, not two, but 3 new camera sensors, a brand new main sensor, a new periscope telephoto for crazy zoom shots, and an updated Ultra wide for sharper details. This could be Samsung's most dramatic camera upgrade since the S21 Ultra. If you've ever wished the Ultra could match or beat the iPhone in low light or the Pixel in portrait shots, this might finally be the year that happens. So, looking at the lineup as a whole, Samsung is clearly making a statement. They're consolidating the series, giving the Pro a bigger battery, making the Edge slimmer but more powerful, and turning the Ultra into a true photography beast. It's not the flashy foldable announcement or a complete design revolution, but it's a series of smart, calculated moves that might make the S26 lineup the most balanced Galaxy family yet. The big question is whether these changes will be enough to convince people to upgrade, especially when the competition is this strong. Apple's A19 Pro chip is still a single-core monster, but Samsung's Exynos 2600 and Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 2 are winning in multi-core and GPU performance, which matters for real-world heavy tasks like gaming and video editing. For the first time in years, and Android flagships might actually feel faster when you're pushing them to the limit. What do you think? Is Samsung doing enough with the S26 series to justify the changes? Or are they just playing it safe with a fancy new naming scheme? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe because my next video dives even deeper into those S26 Ultra camera leaks. And trust me, you don't want to miss what Samsung is planning there.